Hi girls, it's day 12 of 12 days of sweaty. It's the last day, and if you did it with kind of the 12 days time frame, it's Christmas Eve. So Merry Christmas Eve. And I have a really great full body burner for you guys. Pilates based as always, but it's just gonna be a quick 20 minutes pre-holiday hoo-ha fun to get you in the spirit. I have a little bit different background. I'm at my parents' house, and we're gonna get right into it. I have my ankle weights on my ankles, so go ahead and pop those on. That'll just give you a little extra resistance. When you're ready, take a big deep breath in. Hands come up over your head. Give me a little arch of your back. And then as you inhale, I want you to tap those thumbs to the base of your neck. Exhale, extend them up. Again, we'll go inhale, tap the base of your spine. Exhale, bring it up. We'll drop that right hand, reach it over towards the side, little bend in that side body. And then come right back through center. Exhale, drop that left hand, bend it over. There we go. We're gonna start on our bum here with a little bit of core work to start us off today. So bum down, heels down, arms out. We're just gonna start with roll down. Tuck that spine, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly come down. And then I want you to release, tap your thumbs above your head. And then exhale, tuck your chin, peel up. No momentum, reach that up. And as we come up, stopping slightly before our shoulders stack on top of our hips. We'll go ahead, just do 3 more. Resisting and lifting. Exhale, tuck, round, curl, reach up. Shoulders are down just before the hips. There we go. We're gonna go for 2 more. Tap, touch. Exhale, you lift, round, up. And then we'll go for 1 more here. Start to roll down, tap above your head. And then we'll come up to that halfway point here. So I want you to tuck that tailbone and find that C curve in your spine. Then as you exhale, you lift. Find that straight chest. Exhale, tuck round. Inhale, proud chest, arms up. Starting to activate those lower abs a little more. Exhale, C curve, tuck round. Inhale, come right back up. There we go. We're gonna hold that C curve in 3. Exhale, last 2. Exhale, hold that C curve here in 1, then tiny taps of those elbows. Exhale, tap, inhale, reach. Exhale, tap, inhale, reach. There we go. We're here for 5. Forward. For 3. Forward. Last 2. Forward. And 1. Forward. Now here we go. We're going to lift our chest up, and then as we exhale, tuck, opposite leg comes to tabletop, recruiting those little lower abs a little bit more. Exhale, opposite. There we go. Pop that chest. Exhale, C curve knee in. Pop that chest. Exhale, C curve knee in. Nice job. You guys got this. For 5. Here we go. For 4, point those toes. If you have hip flexors that are feeling a little tension, you can also flex those toes, see what feels better, but some sort of tension. Last 3. Here we go. For 2, we're gonna hold that knee in, and 1, hold that knee in. We start to tap over and over. There we go. For 5, rotating that chest. For 4, nice job, starting to sweat. Last 3, beautiful. Final 2, here we go. Last 1, hold it here, tiny pulses. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both feet plant, we roll down. Tap those thumbs. Exhale, roll it right back up again. Left knee comes in. We tap, here we go. Rotating through those shoulders, trying to square off towards the side of the room. We're here for 5. Nice job. Last 4. Breathe through it. For 3. We hold, face that left side for 2. Here we go. Last 1, tiny pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, turn to center. Start to push those shins into your hands, and then we're gonna roll like a ball. You roll back. Exhale, push elbows out. Balance on your tailbone. Roll back, massage. That's fine. Push up, try to catch yourself. Balance on that tailbone. Here we go. Last 3. We hold into, this should be kind of fun. Last, too far. 1, hold here. Exhale, legs out for 5. Teaser hold for 4. Last 3, 2, add 1. Butterfly those legs out. Quick dip over. Find a little stretch through your side body. A little stretch opposite way. And then we're gonna come right through, rolling over to find our side body here. Ankles are gonna attach, and we're just gonna start to find those clams. You inhale it down. Exhale to lift up. We're finding that lift through our side body. Ankles are attached. Outer glutes are working. Inhale to hover. Exhale to lift. There you go. We'll open for 5. Peel that side body off. Heads in your biceps, straight line through the top of your head to your tailbone. Last 4. Here we go. For 3. Beautiful. Final 2. Exhale, outer glutes. Last 1. Exhale, hold here. We push up for 10. Squeeze that outer glute for 9, 8, 7. Nice job. Can you go for 6? Final 5, 4. We hold here. In 3, peel that bottom oblique up for 2. And 1. Hold here. Lift that bottom leg up. You exhale to lengthen. Point your toes out. Inhale. Pulls those knees in. Back to that clam. We close. We open. We push out. Core involved. We bend in. You close. Outer glutes. Exhale, inner thighs. Inhale, back to that butterfly. We close. There we go. Lift, open. Extend out. Bend in. Here we go. Last 3. Beautiful. It's out and in. Final 2. Here we go. It's out and in. Use that core. Close down. Open up. Final 1. Just the frog pushes. It's out and in. Core's working. It's out and in. Here we go. For 5. Legs long. In 4. Nice job. Final 3. Whew. Last 2. Legs out. Here we go. And 1. Legs out. You lift that top leg. You lower it. Bottom leg still hovering. Lift it. And lowering. Here we go. For 5. Yes, you can. For 4. Hold high. In 3. Final 2. Here we go. And 1. Hold high. Bottom leg lifts up. And down. Yes, you can. Up. And down. It's just for 5. Beautiful. For 4. Yes, you can. Last 3. Inner thighs working. For 2. We just hold in 1. Last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all in. A little bit of inner thigh, a little bit of outer glute. We're gonna keep this fun train rolling, leading me right in a tabletop position here. Tailbones tucked, hands are down. We're gonna bring that right palm down, left leg move. So if you're not following me here with the sides, we're gonna use that leg that was just on the top of our side body. Starting with fire hydrants here. You exhale, lift. Inhale to tap. Beautiful job. Exhale, we lift. Inhale, we tap. Nice, here we go for 5. Control it down. Point those toes. For 4, keep that chest squared. Okay, if those hips open. Last 3. Beautiful. Final 2. Natural gaze, chins off your chest. Little bit of look at the kind of those left fingertips. Hold it high. In 1, we hold it high. We extend that left leg out. Bend it back to 90. It's out. Back to 90. Here we go for 5. Whew. Last 4. Core tight. Push heavy through that left hand for 3. Beautiful job. Last 2. Here we go. Hold leg long. And 1. Tiny pulses up. 10, 9, 8, 7. Neutral spine for 6. Final 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg high. Push through that left palm. Lift that right arm. Arm comes up. Inhale, we tap it down. Exhale, core strength, lift it up. Left leg still lifting, right arm's extending. Bring it back down. Here we go. You're here for 5. Right back down. For 4. Right back down. Oh, something came out of my ear. No, that's just a bead. Final 3. I thought it was an earring back. Last 2. Here we go. Final 1, hold it here. We exhale, bend, tap that back leg. Inhale, extend right back out. Exhale, extend. You can sweep or bend, depending on how much room you have. Here we go. Last 3. Beautiful. Final 2. Last 1. Hold here. And can you pulse that left leg up? Here we go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Drop it down. We're gonna push it forward, have a little quick ab intermission. I'm out of breath, guys. I've been definitely enjoying my holiday spirit here with all sorts of treats, so this is good for me. We're gonna find that high plank, and we're just gonna find a little bit of a plank series here. So we're just gonna hold it for about 30 seconds. I want you to think about your perfect plank. I like to challenge my balance here. So ankles are touching, knees are touching, thighs are lifted off your knees. Slight tuck in my spine, but I'm not over tucking, I'm just kind of finding that neutral because I like to push my hips forward. In 10, we're gonna open up either side. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, open, draw up towards the ceiling. Inhale, back down. I kind of almost like to trace my opposite arm. Exhale, open, stack. Inhale, shift, down, plant it. Exhale, open, we stack. Inhale, open, back down. Here we go. Exhale, open, we stack. Inhale, back down. Last 5, open, stack, back down. Final 4, open. Here we go. Last 3, open, right, back down. Final 2, open, right, back down. Last 1, we open, and then we're just gonna hold that high plank. Here we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down, hips down, exhale. And then we'll push it right forward. Get to work on that right leg, or whichever one you did on the side. So again, we're gonna start with our head and our bicep. Hand plants in front of our belly button. Shins come parallel to the edge of our mat. We lift up those ankles and we start those clamshells. Catch your breath. Exhale, open. Inhale, knee to knee. Here we go. You exhale, open. Inhale, knee to knee. Exhale, open. Squeeze that outer glute. Inhale, tap knee to knee. We'll go for 5. And tap. Beautiful job. Final 4. And tap. Last 3. And tap. Final 2. We tap. We're going to hold it open. 1, hold it open. Start to just squeeze that outer glute. We lift up for 10, 9, 8, 7. Plant through that palm for 6, 5. We'll help with our transition. In 3, 2, and 1. We close it down. We extend it out. We bend it in. We close it down. There we go. Open it up. Exhale out. Inhale, open. Exhale down. Using that core to support you here. Push it out. Bend it in. We'll go for 3 more full of those. Using that outer glute. Nice job, guys, for 5. Oh, I just said 3 more. What am I talking about? Okay, last 2. Open it up. Extend it long. Bend it in. Final 1. And we'll just go for those pushes. It's out. Bend it in. It's out. Froggy. And if you feel like you're moving around a lot, you might need to adjust yourself to a more stable part of your glute. Here we go. For 3, you can roll onto that soft part. For 2, extend it long. Bend it in. Last 1. Here we go. We lift that top leg up. Lower it down. Bottom leg still floating. Lift it up. Lower it down. Yes, you can. For 5. Down. Last 4. Hold it high. In 3. Yes, you can. Final 2. Yes, nice job. Last 1. Then that bottom leg comes up for 5. Down. Last 4. Inner thighs. Tighten that core for 3. Doesn't have to be big. Last 2. Here we go. Hold it up. Just hold in 1 for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. These can come into your chest. Whew. That's a killer. Those inner thighs really get worked. All right, we're going to finish off tabletop on that right side. So we'll meet in a tabletop position. Left forearm goes down. Core is tight, neutral spine. And we find those fire hydrants on the right side. Here we go. Exhale, we lift and open. Inhale, down and tap. Exhale, lift and open. Inhale, we're down and tap. So relying more on that right palm here will set you up for success as we go in to those kind of arm lifts here. Let's go for 5 more. Squeeze that outer glute up. Release it in, neutral spine. Squeeze it up. Here we go. Final 3. Yes, nice job. Last 2. Here we go. Final 1. Hold it up. Tiny squeezes for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We add on the extension. Extend it out. Bend it in. Actually, I can't remember if we did the combo. We'll do a little bit of combo here. Out. Extend. In, down. We'll just go for 3 more. Up, extend, bend, down. Last 2. Here we go. In, out. Final 1. We'll just go for those extensions. It's out and in. Nice job. 10. Yes. 9. Beautiful. Really feel like you're extending strong. Square those shoulders. For 5. Beautiful. Last 4. Work that outer glute. Here we go. For 3. For 2. Here we go. Hold it out. And 1. Tiny pulses up. For 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. Trying to turn that outer foot with the top of your foot towards the outside of the wall. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Push through that right palm. Lift it up, extend. We hover to tap to bend. Here we go. Last 6. Beautiful job. Final 5. Back down. It's a miracle somebody from my family hasn't come down yet. I mean, it would be a fun little guest star. Last 3. Here we go. For 2. Nice job. We hold it up in 1. Hold it up. Now start to find those taps. And back. I like the full extension. But again, space. Do whatever you need to do. Here we go. Last 5. Yes. Final 4. Beautiful. 3. Oof. Let's go, Emer. She's been texting me every day after she finished, which makes me happy. Last 2. Here we go. Hold it back and pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push it back, child's pose. Exhale. And here we go. Last plank series. You thought we were done? Haha. Last little plank. We're just going to hold it here and then find our little pike to planks. So find your perfect plank. Then as you exhale, I want you to lift between your belly button and your hips. Push up. Inhale, stack. Exhale. Lift between your belly. Exhale down. Almost there. We'll go for 5. Just lengthening out the back of your legs while recruiting that core. You should feel this more in your core than as a stretch. Last 3. Here we go. You hold for 2. Nice job. Last 1. Here we go. We all hold. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pull back through your heels. For 5, stretch through your crown. For 3, 2, and 1. That one really got me. I don't know what's up, but it's gonna kick your ass. Happy Christmas Eve. Happy holidays. This has been such a fun thing to do together. If you completed all 12 days or you even stumbled upon this video, I want you to text me and tell me which video was your favorite. I think this might have been mine. Anyways, happy holidays. I love you all so much. And I miss you. Can't wait to see you in the new year.